What's the truth?
So, like I said in the video, it's so much more than just critical race theory. It's what we call critical pedagogy, which is this very radical, very activist, very politicized form of teaching that they teach in, schools of education. And it started with this theorist, Paulo Freire, that viewers might not know, but he's one of the most read authors in teacher prep programs, and he cites the Maoist Cultural Revolution and the Leninist Russian Revolution as ideals of his thought and action. And this guy is the author, the theorist that our teachers are learning in schools of education.
So they're playing a semantic game, the whole CRT or no CRT. It's a total fig leaf. Now, Shawn, Kelsey Stoyanova, named 2022 Teacher of the Year by the Maine Department of Education, released a reading list that included a book called Middle School is a Drag, and it concerns an enterprising boy who starts his own junior talent agency and signs a 13-year-old aspiring drag queen as his first client. Shawn, how pervasive is that in our schools?
Yeah, it's very factual. I mean, I spent a lot of time on this, what I would call a woke book list, and really did my homework. She gets an F for this particular book list. Her book list is full of anti-father, transgender, LGBTQ, critical race theory books, and sexual education. And frankly, it's just sickening.
Well, Daniel, MSNBC's Nicole Wallace has a very interesting theory as to what's driving this parental backlash.
The reason so many voters in Virginia, especially rural Virginia, were so animated by education is because their kids were home all last year and the internet sucks in a lot of places in Virginia. The White House has to sort of read the sort of the country and turn these massive legislative accomplishments into things that people are looking for.
Daniel, is this the message parents are sending to schools across the country? They want better internet? That's why they went and voted the way they did?
Oh, no, that's not true at all. When you look at places like Seattle, where they see their math curriculum, it asks questions like, how important is it to be right? Well, when you're designing a bridge, when your kids are learning their math facts, it's pretty important that you're right. When the themes of this math class are things like power, oppression, identity, liberation, things you might want to learn in an intro to sociology class, not a math class, when every math class, every book, every social studies lesson is all being pushed to advance the same ideology. People are frustrated by that. They want their kids to learn how to read. They want their kids to learn geometry and algebraic equations, not the proper political views in a K-12 classroom.
Now, back to this issue that's happened in Virginia. I know both of you have followed this. Shawn, the election's over, but the Loudoun County parents are not done. This was from earlier tonight. Watch.
The election is over, and we're still here because despite what many have stated, this is never about politics. We're still here because we have no choice but to defend children from the mess you've made.
Schedule a town hall. Engage with us instead of staring at us in silence. Parents of America, it is time to step out from behind your keyboards, off of the sidelines, and into the fight because your voices matter.
Shawn, a lot of parents think their voices don't matter. They'll be mocked and their son or daughter will be penalized. What's your message to them tonight, given the reading list that you've exposed?
Yeah, thank you, Laura. There's a lot of parents that are afraid of the cancel culture. Cancel culture is venomous, even in these small towns here in Maine. And essentially what's happening is the school board or these teachers union or teachers or the superintendent are pushing back, and they're doubling and tripling down, not on the root cause of the problem, not on this woke book list, not on this ideology of, again, liberal progressives trying to tear apart the moral fabric of America. They're just pushing this emotional-based piece, and really cancel culture is real. I've been kind of the tip of the sword here in Maine. There are a lot of people behind me that will say, Shawn, I fully support your efforts. I'm just scared to speak out. So I'm asking parents, if you want me to speak for you here in Maine, that's great. You got to get behind me, or you got to get off the couch, because your kid is suffering the consequences.
I could not say it better myself, both of you. Your voices tonight, so important. And I will post later about this other book called It's Perfectly Normal. which you posted about, Shawn, on Facebook, which a friend of mine alerted me to. Okay, it's perfectly normal. Wait till you see what's in here for your, 10-year-old? I don't even know if it's a picture book.
It's not perfectly normal to learn this stuff before it's time, before the policy. So it's almost child porn in these libraries, in these public school libraries.
Yeah, and the parents aren't even aware of it half the time. Gentlemen, thank you on both issues. Now, the Republicans who voted for